Okay, so let's get started. Can you do a quick introduction for the chat? Just say, like, where you're from, how long you've been playing, goals for the game,
Oh, for
name, I
sure.
guess.
For sure. Absolutely. All right. So my name is Zach Mara. My tag is MidnightBlue. I've been playing for just over 1 year at this point. I started playing in September of 2019 when I started university. I was like in the melee scene before that. Just like I had gone to Battle of BC a couple times because I'm from Vancouver, but I never actually entered bracket. I was just like there to play friendlies and stuff because I like didn't really know the game. I like couldn't really wave dash, stuff like that. I just like really loved the game and I like kind of wanted to be a part of the experience, but my family didn't support it, didn't let me play, so I just like went to meet people basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then first year university, I was like, this is my shot. I'm living on my own now. I'm putting everything I got into this. Let's see if I can hit
It
top
can't
100.
stop me anymore.
This like yeah, they can't stop me now. So basically, the goal has always been like hit top 100 and then hopefully eventually top 50. But like
Okay,
obviously one thing at a time.
okay. Alright, cool. That sounds good. And where are you from? I think you said at the
Vancouver,
beginning,
BC,
Vancouver.
but
Okay.
I'm in Toronto for school, so I've had a lot better melee experience out there than I would here.
Okay.
Because I've played players like Zuppy, for example, Eric, Sunsei, None, of course, stuff like that. So that's been really good. Ryan Ford, I play with a decent amount as well. He comes over every now and then.
That's awesome. Alright.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to have really good practice actually. But yeah,
That's
let's
actually really good. Yeah, good practice is incredibly important to getting better.
for sure.
All right, so you're the Falcon, and you're
I am
this
the
is against
Falcon.
Bobby, right?
It is against Bobby.
Okay.
Basically, my best against Bobby. I've taken a game off of him before. The
Mm-hmm.
set before this one, I played him 3 times. The first time I took a game. Second time, like it was like a two. It was a 2-0, but both games were last stock. And then this one, I think it's a best of five, and he 3-0s me. But the game, like for some reason, this set is the set that I felt best against him. Like I felt like I actually had a game plan, and I wasn't just like reacting and trying to get combos when I could. It felt like he took me the most seriously this set as well. Like he wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
doing stupid shit and like SDing
Mm-hmm.
in dumb spots. He actually like played me. It felt like so. I felt really good about this. I had played S2J in for about an hour earlier today, or sorry, not earlier today, earlier this
That
day that I
day.
played
Yeah.
Bobby. And they both said basically the same thing that like I need like my neutral is getting really good, but I need to improve my punish.
Okay.
Not to talk myself up or anything. I don't think I'm that good.
No, no, no. You're good. It's all like relative, you know.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's the important part is what you're good at.
Yeah, Falco is one of the matchups I feel like most comfortable in overall. I think um, I
Okay.
like learned how to deal with lasers reasonably quick, and I practice power shielding a lot in Uncle Punch, so I try to do that.
Okay. All right. I'll watch for a second. Hmm. Uh. Okay. Get the edge guard. Hmm. Okay, so far I have not seen you use side platform very effectively, and I think that's a really big deal in this matchup. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. So, like these types of situations, so it's like right here, and then right here. Okay, wait, no, no, it's a second after this. Okay, so like right here, you're getting laser.
Okay.
There aren't any actual good options that Falcon can really do in this situation. You can kind of move back a little bit, take the laser, and then get ready to do like some sort of aerial or something afterward. But going to platform here is extremely effective because basically you get a platform height jump with... So you get over the laser, and if you waveland off the platform, you're at this nice height where Falco can't really attack you, and it basically forces him from corner pressuring you. It prevents the possibility of corner pressure by going up here and then coming down at this angle. So if he tries to come in again or do something like that, you're right here. And he doesn't really have any approaches here without being super committal.
So I think what I was going for in this situation, yeah, so you can see me try and shield there. I was going for like a dashback power shield because I think it's like easier to hit the power shield laser if you're running away from them.
Okay, so like let's say you... So the problem... Okay, the big problem with that, and I think the reason why you almost never want to backwards power shield, and yeah, it is easier when you're running backwards, but if you... The way that Falcon works is you almost always have to be facing Falco because of Nair.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Nair is like pretty much your best thing. So if I laser and the Falcon power shields it back, but they're facing backwards, if it's a low laser, I'll just jump over it, approach them, and shoot another laser, and I have the ability to space easily around short hop back air. Back air is not that long. I can just space around it with the laser and then be close to you and have guaranteed pressure. So you got to watch out for that.
So it's like a better idea to get positioning instead of trying to get them or get the power shield.
Well, yeah, power shield doesn't do much. It's so like if you're running at them and then they laser you and you power shield Nair or something, I think that's good. But if you're just gonna power shield the laser like in neutral, you're not really gonna get too much. It gives him the potential to kind of move in on you because Falcon's main weapon in every matchup is his jump arc. That is like his thing. Without his jump arc, he's kind of garbo. Like the fact that he can dive across the stage at like a moment's notice is what makes him scary. But if you power shield a laser, you have limited yourself to a very small subset of those jump arcs.
Okay, so I just have like a lot less mobility going for the...
You have a lot less mobility, shield. And he can jump over the laser now. Depending on his range, he can just jump over the laser and laser again, and you don't have... It's like he gets a free laser. Like the first laser, when you're kind of in neutral, he still has to be watching, because like what if you try to laser and you fly at him? So he has to watch out for that. But when he shoots the first laser and you power shield and then he jumps over the laser, he knows that you can't actually reach that far away from you, so he can space a laser and guarantee the safety of that laser while getting free space.
Okay.
So you kind of have to watch out for that. And if you power shield it back and then he just kind of gets hit by it, it's like Falcon doesn't have any moves that will actually beat Falco out of a reflected... So, like let's say you, like, power shield, and then you wave dash out of power shield, and then you jump in aerial. You don't have any moves that'll actually cover that. Like, maybe at super close range, right? Like, if you do it right in his face, that's great, because you get a free combo out of that. You get a free instant nair. But if you're in, like, this situation, and you power shield this back, you have, like, what... So basically, you're forcing yourself to do like a hyper precise input here, where if you mess it up, you get pressured or die. And if you hit it, you get half the laser damage. So you get like 1% damage, and you don't get there's literally no world in which you could ever get a punish out of this ever.
True, because even if I do max drift backwards nair and go for the reverse shoulder hitbox, it's still not going to get there because he's too far away.
You're never going to hit that from here. And then if he just lasers and then short hops in place and you do a back air right here or a reverse nair, he's just going to land on you after you'll go, huh, and then he jumps, and then you land, and then down air, and then bam, and you're at the worst percent for it too.
True, and I can't even get him with like a stomp or anything, because by the time I get on top of him, he could up tilt me or shine.
100%, exactly. You're not going to be able to punish here, and you're giving him potential to pressure you.
Okay, that's actually huge. That's actually that's a really good thing to know. I should stop going for that power shield in that situation.
Yeah. And So shielding is not so because of that whole jump arc thing. It's really important that when Falco shoots a laser at you from... So if he is close enough, like let's say you were here, this shield is fine. Maybe not facing backwards, because you need the nair. But like, so, let's say you're at this range, shielding is fine. Strictly, the only reason shielding is fine, or when it's fine on a laser, is if your jump arc can reach him out of shield. Because that gives you the appropriate threats to actually fight him. If you're far enough away, like if you're at this range where he can't directly, like, what are Falco's options here to actually hurt you if you take laser? If you take laser, his options are he can approaching laser again or approaching aerial. Mm-hmm. And if he does approaching laser and you take laser and you nair, he gets hit. And if you dash back, his down air will get hit. And he'll die out of both of those, most likely. Because it only takes a few hits to kill him. So even if you're not hitting with those options, the fact that you have a threat and you have a counter to each of his options, like, if he tries to press the issue here, he can only press the issue with... another laser or a down air. And in each of those cases, so look, so he goes in here, he shoots this laser. If you take this laser, he can't actually, like, press the issue at all. Right. Because if he tries, you're at a range where it's easy to just move back or nair him out of it. Either way, he has a really bad risk-reward out of that. And so, so it's like, you basically... You aren't really going to actually get those openings. Like, if you're playing Mango here and he hits this laser, you're probably not... If you just nair in place after, it's okay, but you're probably not going to actually get the 0 death against him because he'll respect it. But when he's respecting it, and he respects your take laser from this range, he's forced to play a much campier neutral. He can't just press in on you because you're taking laser at an appropriate range to be able to threaten him. And then, because of that, he has to respect your space, and then you're able to continue playing neutral from this range without being instantly pressured just because he shot one laser.
Okay, for sure.
So yeah, so you get hit by the laser here, but I think I don't know how you actually got hit by that. But regardless, the shield there is not that good. Okay, let's speed it up again. And the platform thing is really important because if you're unsure about a laser, you can go to the platform there, and if he's in the center, he has no way to punish you going to the platform outside of a psychotic full hop down air, which isn't going to actually, like, you know that's not good, right? Like, that's obvious, that's bad. And so he's not going to go for the full hop down air. And so if you just jumped up to the platform there and, like, waveland off, he doesn't actually have any solid options that'll beat you out of that spot.
Actually, I noticed that was one thing that was winning me neutral situations in later games in this set was wave landing off platforms with a back air. That seemed to work pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, waveland off platform back air is good. Yeah, it is good. You also have to keep in mind your other options from there. Because remember, most of the time you're not going to have your back to Falco. If you have your back to Falco, most of the time you're losing the situation. Because Falcon is only really good when his opponent's in front of him. Falcon is pretty bad when his opponent is behind him.
His opponent's behind him, yeah.
And because Falcon is kind of a dumb character where, like, if you take away his nair, he's actually low tier. But because of his nair, he's top tier. So, like, you have to keep that in mind at all times, that basically, like, if you aren't using nair, you are drastically lowering the tier that Falcon is in.
Okay, good to know.
And if you don't necessarily need to use the nair, but the nair has to always be a threat. It's like if you played a Falco and they don't really down air. You know? You're kind of like, right, but that just makes your character, like, way worse. You know? And it's kind of the same thing.
I played a Falco. I was, like, warming up for Bracky yesterday. I ran into a Falco on Unranked called My Shine is Broken, and he was just, like, playing without Shine, and it's kind of like that, basically.
Yeah, Yeah, that's pretty much it. Except I actually think Nair is more important to Falcon than Shine is to Falcon.
That's actually probably true.
Nair, because Falcon doesn't have a lot of options. Falco without Shine is definitely a lot worse. Definitely worse. But Falcon without Nair is just a punching bag. So, one thing that's really, really good off platforms is you can Waveland off, late single hit Nair. That is really good, and it often leads into a grab. And especially if you're... So, like, you go up here. So, like, let's say you're in the corner. He does one laser here, and then he sees you jump up to the platform, and what he'll a lot of times try to do is he'll try to go here, like on this column, so that you can't wave dash off, and then... like wave dash off, fast fall, up air. So you do wave dash off, slow fall, and then late nair, and the single hit nair. Like, Falco doesn't have a lot of punishes because the nair is so long there. And you get a chance to kind of poke him and look for like a potential opening. And if you do the single hit out of the air, you get a free grab most of the time. So you have to be... So that, I'm not telling you that's the perfect option, but that's like a mix-up that a lot of people kind of neglect against Falco off the side platform, is the waveland off, single hit nair, waveland off, fast fall, up air, waveland off, no fast fall, up air, or you can do waveland off and then just double jump back to sort of see what he's going to do. You can jump up, waveland down, and then just kind of wait and see what he's going to do. So you have a lot of options.
Off the top platform or off the side platform going to stage?
Say that again?
Do you mean waveland for the single hit?
I'm talking about the side
platform or off the side platform?
I'm talking about side platform coming to the middle ground.
Okay. And that, yeah, I do use nair in some situations, but I didn't really know I could use nair or up air. Sorry, so that's definitely something I'll.
Yeah, the up air there is nasty against Falco. This going off up air, and I think one of the best players at using this, and he almost like basically Android Zero has created an entire matchup out of doing that mix up off the platform. And he's really good at it, and I think that it's not the entire matchup, but if you can get really good at using the side platform, because basically it's like you want center against Falco, right? And it's like if you go to the platform, he gets center because he can't really punish you, right? So if you go up to the side plat, he can't really come up and hit you, and so you're kind of safe here. And so what does Falco want against you being safe here? It's like, well, I guess he'll take center. So he takes center. But what is center in danger from? Wave dash off platform mix-ups. So you go to the platform, Falco goes to the center, you wave dash off the platform into a mix-up here, Falco retreats under the side platform, and you have center.
Okay.
You can do that as many times as you want to get center stage.
Do you recommend for like one thing I actually do like struggle with in this matchup is like positioning myself when Falco's like doing drop shit from top plat a lot. Do you recommend being under like one of the side platforms, or should I just like dash dance under top platform and wait to catch his fall or like his landing leg, I guess?
That's a tough question. Let me think. So on this stage in particular, because it has an extremely high top platform, like this stage has the highest top platform, I would say that you can play a little bit more central. The thing is you don't necessarily need to do one or the other. Falcon is incredibly fast. You can kind of hang out under the platform, because the thing is what you don't want. So that the reason why you don't want to exclusively hide under the side platform is because then he does a drop from platform facing backwards, and you are forced basically to, not forced, but you know, in a lot of situations, what you're going to do when he drops from platform is you're going to back off to get ready to whiff punish the aerial, right? But what he's going to do is he's going to drop, and then he's going to laser you from center, and you just got lasered under the side plat, and he has this pressure situation here.
Okay.
So what you want to do is, when Falco is on the platform, he needs to feel consistently afraid of your up air. When you're up here as Falco, maybe not when he's at this percent, but most percents, you're actually really afraid of Falcon just like zero IQ up airing. Like,
Okay,
of
sure.
you just standing here, and then the Falcon being like, oh, full hop up air, and you're like, why would you ever do that? But if you're not shielding that, you just literally get hit by it.
Right.
And if you trade, a lot of times, Falcon just gets hit down to the ground and techs because you down air, and then you get sent off here, and now you're on side plat, and he just teched in center, and then he just does another 0 IQ up air, and you're dead as Falco. And so it's like very scary when you're on the platform. So like, I'm not telling you to do the 0 IQ up airs, and just because they're not good. Like, clearly the up air is not good because Falco can just shield it and avoid it. But you have the threat there, and you can make use of that threat. So what you can do is you can sort of move in this ambiguous range where you're like, look, I'm underneath the platform. I dare you to drop on me. Because the thing is if Falco doesn't know which side of him you're going to be on when he drops, he has to decide to laser really early. Like, if he drops off the top plat, he's going to press the laser button, like, right here. Like, literally right after he drops, he has to press laser if he's going to get it out with a fast fall. So he has to decide really early which side he's going to laser on. And if you're kind of ambiguously here on either side of him, he is going to be extremely uncomfortable about dropping with a laser, because if he guesses wrong left or right, you get a grab.
Oh, and then okay. And that actually makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay, so basically, and so if in that situation, if he becomes uncomfortable with the laser, he's probably going to want to go for a down air. So then I can just start baiting for the down air and catch his ending.
Exactly. So you can bait for the down air, and then you can also use this range, which is right under this side plat, to, if you're right here, you can jump up. And it's like, what is he going to do here? He doesn't really have a drop laser because you might just 0 IQ up air. And he also doesn't really have the drop down air because of the same thing, because the trade a lot of times will favor Falcon. So you can kind of jump up here and threaten it to see what he does. And sometimes he'll actually full hop to avoid this, or he'll run to the side. In which case, you know, now you're on this plat and you get like your little runoff, either waveland here or shield pressure with like a long single hit nair here, or you can drop...
Right.
Drop to center, and then he's stuck on side plat against your possible stupid up airs, which is like really bad for him. He doesn't like that.
So basically, you want to trick Falco into putting himself into a bad position on a platform, and then like punish.
So yeah, so those are the two options. Basically, you have the more defensive option, which is you kind of want to make it ambiguous which side of him you're going to be on, because if you make it really clear and you run under the side platform here, he's going to get a free laser every time. But what you can also do is you can make it ambiguous, go to the side plat, and then like kind of pressure here with a potential up air in a kind of safe range, because you have a lot longer range than him. And that like continues sort of like this pressure here. So it's like basically you can move here to make it difficult for him to approach you, and you can also go here, which he goes, oh, finally I know which side he's on and I can laser, and then you can kind of pressure with up air and sometimes hit up airs here. And it's kind of up to you whether you want to play more passive here or more aggressive by jumping and pressuring with the up airs there. But like both options are available to you, and Falcon certainly doesn't lose that situation. When you're on the platform as Falco, you actually feel very uncomfortable against Falcon because you can't commit to any sort of drop, and you can't stay there because eventually he's going to randomly up air you.
Okay.
And if you hold shield, your shield is depleting, Falco's feet get poked easily by up air, etc. This is a very, very like positional matchup, and it's kind of very interesting. It's actually one of my favorite Falco matchups. It's not as bad for Falcon as people think.
So he misses a laser there. I probably should just run up grab.
Yeah, but
in that situation,
it's extremely, extremely difficult to react to flubs by your opponent. Especially as you get better. Because when you're not that good, you're kind of like, yeah, they made a flub. Of course they made a flub, and you kill them. But like, let's say you're playing Mango, and Mango accidentally standing lasers the wrong direction. Your brain isn't prepared. Like you haven't mentally prepared for him to whiff a laser. And so whatever you do there it's like, I'm not gonna hold that against you. It's especially at top level, you'll see so many basic tech errors that never get punished, and it's because the threats of them not messing up are so real and their consistency is so real that the other person is beyond not ready to punish it. Like, you would never even expect it. So
damn, that sounds like a way more fun way to play Melee. I don't know.
so I'm not gonna hold this against you for the flub here, for not punishing the flub. But then in this spot, you have to be really careful. Remember, your only advantage over Falco, he beats you in every area except for your range. Your range is the thing that makes you do okay against Falco. And if you don't abuse your range, like, he has Shine, he has Down Air, he has these combos, and it's like, he has Laser, and it's like, what do you have? You have a roll and a will to live, you know? Like, at close range, you don't have a lot. You have a Stomp out of Shield, you have a roll, you have a Nair. It's like, the Nair and, like, the fact that you can outrange him with it is exceedingly important. So, if you're in this spot, and he whiffs this Laser, and, like, honestly, it's kind of ambiguous if you would have gotten the grab anyway here, and you might have gotten Shine, so you could have gotten spots out of Shine here, so I don't really blame you for going for this Nair. Mm-hmm. Then when he jumps off, it's like a very critical spacing that you space your Nair in a way that outranges this. Well, he actually could have gone up to the platform here, and he doesn't, and he goes through, but look at how far forward you are with the Nair. Mm-hmm. You're, like, really far in here. But
I should have spaced it for the toes, probably.
Yeah, you always want to space for the toes because that's the way you beat Falco. And it's the same thing when Falco nairs in at you. If he nairs in and you start your nairs, you don't want to trade because he'll trade the strong hit of his nair with the weak hit of your up air. And I think that might have happened here. Yeah, look at that. So he trades the strong hit of his down air in this case. Or sorry, his back air. He trades the strong hit of his back air for your initial weak hit of nair. And you want to avoid that pretty much at all costs because this is a trade you very clearly lose.
Right, yeah.
So it's like here, and you have literally this great opportunity, but because
I wonder if up air would have been better in that situation, actually, because I was closer range
when he jumps up here, the up air is perfectly acceptable. I'm just talking about if you choose to do the nair here, you want to make sure that you're at the toe spacing, which is right here.
Okay.
Because this...
there's even a convenient little line in Battlefield for me to line myself up with there.
Yeah, like, right, exactly. A lot of stuff actually lines up with the edges of platforms and stages, because that is where people can come down and stuff. Especially, like, on Yoshi's, it's, like, really important. So, yeah, so you slightly miss space there. Get hit out of that. Yeah, so this is, like, a spot... It's really funny. When you're here and Falco is here and he has already gotten underneath the platform. And okay, so you shield this. This is good. When he's right here... Okay, I think you tried to shield drop here.
I tried to shield drop, yeah.
So the reason why you don't want to drop right here is the same reason you don't want to be here when he's on top platform, is he knows right where that laser goes. He knows right... It doesn't matter where you drop here. If he's here and he sees you shielding on the platform, he's pretty sure you're going to be dropping here. He can shoot a laser and cover this whole range. You don't really have mix-ups here. This whole range is vulnerable to the laser. Or the up tilt here. And so... It's kind of silly, but a lot of times the best thing to do when you're here is just go to the other side plat, because then he's not already under you and he has to deal with this whole run off the platform up air nair wall right here. But in this case, he's already past that wall, and so you don't actually have any good options here. As a general rule. As a general rule. There's always something special you can find.
Okay.
Yeah, so look, so you're getting pressured here. Yeah, so this is okay. But once he is here, so look, if you ran off and up aired here, he's already past this line. Right? Like, he's already past this runoff nair line. You want to, if he gets past this line, you want to be a lot more careful on the side, because you don't have these runoff mix-ups. Because if all you have is this drop, like, let's say you drop here and he doesn't laser, and he's just right here, he gets to just laser again, and you're stuck in the corner. And it's not, like basically it doesn't matter what you do. The only time this will work for you is if you actually drop and he just lets himself be hit by your aerial. But it's not going to happen very often because he's going to be underneath you spamming lasers and attacks and stuff like that.
I think even if I got a shield drop like Nair here, and because it's spaced correctly, where if I could like drop on him with a Nair, but the problem is I think even with his back air hitbox, I would lose the interaction.
Right, like if you drop an up tilt here, you will trade the first hit of Nair with this up tilt, and you will die because of your percent. So literally here, you can just either, depending on your greed levels, you can short hop to the side platform or full hop to the top and then go to the side, or any combination of those things.
Okay.
But there's not really like a good spot because he's kind of in the range now where like he can full hop back air and pressure you here. He can full hop waveland off the platform, down air your shield, and you're kind of like, it's not very good. But if you see him do like this up tilt, you could literally just like, doop, and now he has to deal with this wall again. So don't be afraid to transfer platforms. Don't feel like it might feel like you're trapped here, but you're literally not trapped here.
Okay.
You can just leave. What was this? You come back invincible. I feel like there was like some kind of a mess up here when you come back. Okay, so you come back. You see he goes up here. Okay, so I
tried to like read his movement to underside plat, and then I just like fucked up my movement and overshot.
I always tell people you get 2 reads during invincibility, and you take your 2 reads. The problem here is that you take your first read, which is here, which is fine. It's fine. You take this, then you wait a little bit. What I would actually recommend here is missed up air, immediate full hop up air, and then fade back to side plat, because he can't punish it here, and so you get a possibility of free damage. That's what I would recommend, but there's a lot of options. The problem here is that after your second read, like basically once your invincibility is over, your read period has ended and you are back in neutral. Look where you chose to start playing the game again.
Yeah, not a great spot.
Maybe not the best spot on the stage. Not the best
spot to be. Not a lot of room
literally in the worst spot possible.
It's like the 98th percentile of the corner of the stage.
yeah, no, it's actually like that close to the end. And so it's kind of like when also, really quick before I move on, this is like a very silly Falcon kick. Falcon kick is worthless against Falco.
The reason that Falcon kick you mean? Oh, okay. I thought you meant a ground one. I was gonna say S2J taught me this thing for like Falcon kick out of the corner against spaces that actually works pretty well. But yeah,
there are 2 situations against spaces where Falcon kick is good. One of them is that one out of the corner that S2J showed you. Mm-hmm. And the other one is there are certain situations where you're falling and they can just barely hit where you are, and Falcon kick lets you stall in the air for a second and actually hit them if they try to back air you.
Okay.
You see Wizzy use that. I'm sure you've seen Wizzy use that. Wizzy's the one who uses that to the best effect. Those are the 2 Falcon kicks. This Falcon kick is obviously awful and will guarantee your death, but so what I would recommend is if you're actually up this high, you should literally so what mix-ups does Falcon have on his recovery?
He's got like fade. He's got jump or immediate up B. He's got
let's say like from this spot, or like
from this
situation? Not from this exact spot, like when you're already Falcon kicking, but like let's say you're high off stage. What are your plans?
I can just like kind of wiggle back, try to like fade around his back air. I can fall like straight down and then try and up B and get the ledge tech if he down smashes. I could honestly probably just like up B to the top platform too by falling a little bit more, or to the side plat potentially. If I did really well on aerial drift, I could maybe edge cancel off one of the plats and like get be able to move quicker.
Okay, so you came up with it, but it was one of the last options you came up with, and it should be one of the first options, which is edge canceling on a platform. Edge cancel on platform is Falcon's best mix-up in his entire recovery kit. And it needs to be, like, a big part of your recovery anytime you're recovering high. It needs to be, like, it is his mix-up. Like, without edge cancel, Falcon dies every time out of everything. Edge cancel is the only thing that keeps him alive. And the idea is that, like, and the idea is that he gets to mix up edge cancel on platform with landing on platform with falling through platform. And that is extremely hard to deal with, especially for characters like Peach. It's a nightmare for Peach. If you get really good at edge cancel high up Bs, Peach basically can't edgeguard Falcon effectively. It's really rough.
That's good to know. Actually, Peach matchup's one of the ones I've been like looking to improve in a lot because I feel like I have a really solid understanding of that matchup. And unless like the only Peaches I've lost to in the last little while are like Aura, who's like MPGR 60 or some shit like that. Like, but I like the matchup is just so easy. I just keep losing by like one stock to like top 100 Peaches, and I really want to fucking not lose that one stock and actually get the W. So that's good to know.
Yeah, so the edge cancel is really important, mostly because Peach has to prepare for the top plat, and then that gives you a lot of stuff. But like, think of it: if you're here and he doesn't know where you're gonna go, and you're like, you come up really high, because like, look how far off stage you are. Look at this.
Yeah, I guess I'm not really being threatened in that situation, so I don't need to hurry back to stage.
So, like, let's see. You get hit all the way here. You double jump. Let's say you up B super, super high. What are the options he has to worry about from a super, ultra high up B? So, like, let's say if you Falcon kick, he has to worry about precisely 0 options. Precisely 0. There is not a single, because you're not actionable. You commit to this big Falcon kick, and he just down airs you, or back airs you, or does literally anything he wants, and you're dead. So there's no reason to go for that ever. Literally just don't go. There's not a reason. If you go here, and you go low, he can very easily cover this by, like, you're too far off stage. You can kind of do it, but very rarely. So the main mix-up you have is you go super high, he has to worry about you edge canceling on this side, he has to worry about you edge canceling here, he has to worry about you going high, he full hops to the platform, you drift back, edge cancel here, you drift back, grab ledge, you pretend you're going to edge cancel here, and then you actually fast fall through the platform to here, land on the platform here, land on the top plat, or fast fall through top platform. And in all of those cases, the only thing he can do, literally the only move he has, is to back air you again. And you'll survive. So you get all these mix-ups, and you get to do it again. So,
okay.
You see, like, you see what I'm talking about with, like, getting hit off this far and having all these mix-ups, right?
Definitely safer to, and the reason I go for the Falcon kick, and I know it's a bad idea, but like the reason I go for it is because I'm a speed junkie. I like to go really, really fast. Falcon kick gets me back to the stage like right away, except it actually doesn't, and I die. So really, what would be
Falcon mains, man?
Exactly. You're absolutely right. But what would actually be faster?
I gotta get back to the stage so he can kill me as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
Speed!
But yeah, it would actually be faster to survive and then get another stock. That would be the actual speed.
Yeah, because if you go high, and like let's say you go here, he back airs you, you go off stage again, you probably can get like the perfect survival DI here, and then maybe you actually have a double jump mix-up where you can fall low and double jump to edge with Falco has to pre-read, and if he doesn't, and he tries to go to ledge early, you double jump high up B and get to here, and then he has to either repeat it, and you're basically making his life significantly harder. So, yeah, that's a big deal, because otherwise you do that.
Right, and then you just die instantly.
And you just die. And it's like, okay. So, look, you go for this. When you finish your invincibility, you always want to end your invincibility in a good spot, or at least in neutral, Because, like, if you can get your reads on him, that's good, but you can't like. It's like, what's better, landing an up air or like landing an invincible up air, or you don't land the invincible up air, but your invincibility ends and you have a perfect mix-up for your nair. You know, it's not necessarily that the nair is like, or like a grab or something, and it's not necessarily that that's like always the best option. It's not always super clear what the best option is, but the important thing is that no matter what happens, you never want to end your invincibility in a bad spot, ever.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to end either in center or something like that.
Right. One thing I do when I come down with invincibility sometimes is I like, especially on like spacies, if the Falco or Fox is on like the side plat, I'll like drop up air down onto the plat, drop through, and then like jump back up with another up air, and then like double jump nair, and then edge cancel the nair off the platform to like reset to center stage.
That is actually really good. The only adjustment I would make to that is immediately, because you said you dropped from here, right? And you run off immediately, and then do up air, drop through up air, double jump nair, edge cancel here, right?
Yeah.
The only difference I would make is run off single hit nair.
Run off single, okay, for sure.
Because that can set up for a grab. Whereas the up air is not. If they're at high percent, yeah, go for the up air.
So you're saying if I hit the nair, I go for a grab, and then if they shield the nair, I do the drop up air and finish the sequence as normal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Single hit nair is OP. It's crazy good.
That's good to know. I do try to like mix that in a lot, but I always get worried about people CCing it, especially like better players.
Right. Well, the problem is for the other player is that Falcon's leg is 12 feet long.
True.
So,
I can do it from really far away. Yeah, you're right. I think the main problem is like I've been doing it way too close to people.
Like, imagine if you were on the ground and you had a jab, but it was as long as Falcon's nair, and it had like the same ending lag as him instantly nairing and landing out of it. It's just like boom, like it's so far. Like there's no way they're gonna be able to punish that consistently, even if they CC it. They would have to like expect it perfectly, and then even then, like, what move is Falco gonna do there? Like,
okay, so I need to work on,
like, if you do it against Peach, maybe she can down smash you if she's like at if you like kind of miss space. But like, what's Falcon gonna, or like what's Falco gonna do? He can't shine you. He's too far away to shine you. He can't just like down smash or down tilt or anything. Like, what does he have there, you know? He doesn't really have anything to actually punish that. What he wants is he wants to be able to jump on you. And if he CCs, he's not going to be able to get the jump on you. So here's this spot where you have this nice, let me see. Okay, yeah, here's this. So this happens. Okay, you end up in this spot where you end up in this nice run-off up air spot. Or run off single hit nair. Run off single hit nair I actually think is probably almost always better here. It's so good. Like you just run off fast fall right here and single hit nair.
The spacing.
It's so nasty. And you can actually just run off also and do run off early nair, but I don't necessarily think that's quite as good. But sometimes it's good because you get the stronger hit down here. But anyway, so look, so you can go for this, and you can go the up air here. The up air here is really good too because you'll hit him, and then a lot of times you get like this because if you up air him here, even if he ASDI is down and he's not, and like, you know, frame wise, he's still fine, he has to worry about the Unga Bunga grab. Like, he has to worry about you up airing and then being like, frames don't exist, and just running up and trying to grab him. And so because he has to worry about that threat, a lot of times you can just do up air and then like dash dance, and then he'll whiff something and you get a grab anyway. So you kind of have a mix-up here, even though it might not be, like, frame-tight. Which is, most Falcon stuff is not actually frame-tight, so. But you mess up the up air here, and you do it a little bit late, and you get shined. So, that happens. But at least the plan was there. That's the important part. The important part is trying to follow the game plan. Okay, you miss your tech chase. Aha, see? This is a range where the power shield is better. This is a much better power shield. Oh, I missed it again. Rip. Okay. Okay, so... it's not even that great of a power shield. You want a power shield a little closer. If you had run it and power shielded here, this would be fine. But you get this power shield, but you happen to catch him running in, so this is fine. Like, this is kind of like right on the border of where it's good, because notice that if you short hop full range nair here, it's not going to hit him. But because he decides to come in, and like, let's just say you have a read on him coming in here, this is okay, because... Oh, yeah, it wasn't even okay, because it still wasn't close enough. Notice that he still had, like, the advantage here, like, frame-wise. It still wasn't close enough, but it was almost there. If you were just a little closer, that would have been so good. So, you get away with it, which is fine. No. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I don't know if you watched LACS, but every single good Falcon had a moment where it was last stock and it was a high pressure situation, and they were just like, you know what? He's not expecting it. And they just go for the crazy side B, and every single time they get punished for it. Why? Because side B is literally reactable.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to remove from my vocabulary, so to speak. Like, when I first started playing, I swear to God, like, half of my moves were Raptor Boost.
But
that's, like, one thing I've been slowly trying to curb. I occasionally go for the Raptor Boost on Tech Chase now if I get, like, a down throw, because if you react and they go into the corner, you can get it for free, basically. So I've been trying to use it more, like, situationally and going for it when I know it's going to work. But I'm definitely, like, I still definitely do sometimes panic and go for it, because I'm like, I need a macro JC grab without having to space it.
Okay, if you want me to be completely honest, there are a couple cases in the game where Raptor Boost is the correct decision.
But not that many.
Not a single one of those situations is relevant until you're already top 10.
True. Okay.
Even then, even if you're top 10, like, basically the melee meta hasn't even gotten to a point yet where there is a point where Raptor Boost is actually, like, that good. Like, ever. Like, you could go the rest of your career never Raptor boosting, and when they're in the corner, you just reaction tech chase, like normal, and it would be fine. Like, the level of optimization for Raptor boosting sometimes is 99% laziness, and, oh, this beats 3 out of 4 options, and, like, 1% is, like 1 in every 15,000 situations, the Raptor Boost is better there. It's like, it's literally like, you might as well just stomp, you know? Like, if you stomp Falco here, you kill him. If you Raptor Boost him, what do you get out of Raptor Boost? You get another tech chase.
Maybe a grab, a tech chase, yeah.
You get another tech chase. The Raptor Boost was trying to solve the problem of tech chasing. Like, you just get lazy and you go, I don't want to tech chase, I'll Raptor Boost. Raptor Boost, he techs again.
It is the lazy option. It's 100% the lazy option.
But at that time, he gets to DI again. Like, if you have him in the corner and you, like, run past Raptor Boost or something, and he DIs to here, you're going to miss anyway. It's like, there's no reason to do it. If you hit him with it, like, let's say you down throw him here, he techs here, you Raptor Boost, he DIs in, he lands here. Oh, look, it's that same tech you had over here, except he's in center stage, so you have to do the hard tech chase. Whereas before, you got him in the corner, and if he techs in and you just stomp knee it, he loses his stock.
Yeah.
So, like, when you have the actual corner pressure, you want to use it to try to convert to a stock. The Raptor Boost is just, it's pure laziness. And like I said, 1 out of, like, 15,000 situations, there might be some spot where it's like, oh, if he Raptor Boosts there, it's just fire. Like, it's perfect. I guarantee you not a single Raptor Boost you've done in your entire life, maybe like 1, has been, like, correct. Maybe 1. So, like, just don't do it. Like, literally, if you did not use Raptor Boost a single time against Spaceys for the rest of your career, you would be fine. Once you're already the best player in the world, figure out a clever spot for Raptor Boost. But not until then. It's like, and the thing is and I'm talking specifically against Falco here. Because there are certain characters like Marth, where Raptor Boost is not actually bad against. Still not maybe the best, but it's like more defendable. Because if Marth whiffs an early aerial and you Raptor Boost him, you potentially get a stock out of it. It doesn't just reset the tech chase like it does against Falco.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, let's say Marth jumps up and Marth early fares and you Raptor Boost at the same time. You get underneath the fare, you hit him, he pops up, you up air, edge guard, jump off knee, he's dead. Good job, great job with the Raptor Boost. Falco, he jumps up, he whiffs an early down air, you Raptor Boost, and the late down air hits you and you die. Because Falco has meaty aerials. It's just...
Yes, he does have meaty aerials.
If you do not use this a single time ever again against Falco, for the rest of your entire human existence, you'll be better off for it.
I actually definitely have to stop using it against Falco.
Literally,
like,
don't press the button. It
doesn't work against Falco. Like,
don't press the button. It's bad.
Every time I landed on Falco, I like rarely get the kill too. Like when I landed on Fox, I feel like I almost always get the knee and it like converts to a kill or at least an edge guard. But landing it on Falco does almost nothing. I get like an up air, and then that's about it.
Okay,
like,
even if it gets you more against Fox, never ever use it against Fox, ever. Please never do it against Fox either.
I get punished for it probably more than it's worth, so I probably should stop using it.
It's okay against Sheik. It's okay against Marth.
Okay against Marth, yeah.
Never again against Spaceys, please. Do me that favor.
If we ever play in bracket at some point and like you side me, if I try to side me, you just like slap me in the face.
I'm DQing from the tournament out of absolute rage. Okay, that was a really good follow up by him. I actually, this is a very small detail, and I can't... Look at what actually happened out of this Raptor Boost. I did not even realize it was that bad. Look at how sad this is. Alright. What's he gonna do? Okay. Okay, it's right after this. This happens. You hit him with this. He gets knocked down.
Dude, imagine if I just like waited and then got the tech chase. That would have been amazing.
If he techs in place, it doesn't hit. If he mis-techs, it doesn't hit. If he techs away, it doesn't hit. He techs in, the one option where it should work, and it just whiffs because he's still invincible. It's awful.
That was a micro brain play for sure.
The micro brain play was using it at all.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, you end up in this spot, so this knee is good. This is something you have to watch out for a lot, is because most of the time against Falco, he is not going to be at a percent where he can't CC Gentleman. So, like, because he's never going to live that long. Like, you're going to kill him at, like, this percent every single stock, you know? Most of the time, Falco's not going to get up to, like, 120 against Falcon. It's just not going to happen, because at some point you hit a knee at 40 or 50 and he's dead. So... you end up in this spot, and you go for these jabs, but the thing is, his only thing here, if he doesn't CC Gentleman out of the jabs in the corner, he's gonna get sent off stage and potentially die. So this works in center stage too. Every time you double jab Falco, he's gonna CC the third one. This is just like a fact. He is going to CC the third one almost every time. So I recommend double jab to jump right here and knee, or double jab, jump right here and stomp to cover the roll.
To cover the roll, okay, yeah, because to make sure I get the proper Gentleman without the like the multi jab afterwards, you gotta wait a beat anyway. And I know people have enough time to reactively like do shit out of that sometimes.
Yeah. So his main options are he has CC, he has shield, he has spot dodge, and he has roll. Those are like his options from this spot. He's in a pretty bad spot. If he CCs, spot dodges, or shields, the knee basically beats it because you reset the situation. You knee his shield and you start the double jabs again. And you have a better spacing this time, so he can't shine you out of shield. If he CCs, you double jab, knee, and he's going to get hit and usually die. Or you do double jab, jump back here, knee or stomp here. And a lot of times, if he doesn't roll, like let's say you do double jab, you jump back here, stomp, he spot dodges, then you just do a nair right here and it pressures him again.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you do this, his only options here were either shield it and he slides off, or CC it and he gets ledge, or he actually finds a punish out of it, which is crazy.
Can't believe he got slide off shine being like literally off the stage. Like he wasn't on stage, and I still got hit with the shine because I didn't.
He actually shined on stage and then slid off.
Oh, and then slid off. True,
yeah.
True.
But still, they're gonna be doing that shine, but they can't do it after the first 2 jabs. The first 2 are like bup, and then they go, oh, he's gonna gentleman me, and then they hold down and they start pressing shine, and then you short hop knee them and they die.
Right.
Okay, that was good. I think that was a very good spacing.
I fucked up that recovery, or not that recovery, that edge guard.
Yeah.
I think I probably should have either just held ledge or gone for an up air.
I'm pretty sure that you can just kill this. Oh, that range is really rough.
Reverse up air might have done it.
Yeah, no, this is a really close call with reverse up air here. In the worst case, you just grab ledge. If you grab ledge here and you're invincible and Falco goes onto the stage or up, you can actually punish him in both spots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm pretty sure you could just
stay on ledge and then punish landing.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can just grab ledge, and then if you react to him going straight or here, you just invincible knee from ledge, and it'll hit both of these. So that's probably the option there. Yeah, I think the up air probably would have traded here. So the up air is good. You always have to be ready to do that up air there, but like, I'm not gonna blame you for not hitting the up air there. That was a really tough range.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't believe
that
you
exact same
there.
range. That exact range worked on me in like a different set, I think, earlier in the day as well. So
yeah, you just have to kind of practice being able to hit that with the up air. Or I actually think if he starts it at that exact timing, you'd be better off refreshing and then doing the onstage knee.
Yeah, probably true.
Because if he up-E's to ledge and you grab ledge at the right time, you don't have to like get up from ledge. You can just sit there and then he'll miss it and die. Because Falco's up-E lasts a pretty short amount of time. Obviously, this is a dumb grab. You should always just nair out a shield here.
Okay.
Right. Oops, my bad. So you actually do this. He hits you right here. Just nair here. There's nothing he can do to actually super challenge it. And if you do short hop instant nair, this is different from on Fox, I think. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, but Falco is taller, and so basically it's easier to hit him with short hop nair. Short hop instantaneous nair.
Crazy. If you actually look at Falcon and Falco side to side, despite how they look, how different they look in game, their models are actually almost the same height. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, gonna ignore that. Okay, that was good back here. You reacted correctly to him doing that. The one thing I would say here, if you were better, you would probably knee this instead. Like, okay. Like,
yeah,
right
I could have like
just knee and then fade back, because the difference is that he can omps attack this.
True.
And he can't omps attack knee. So that's a small optimization, but it's just something to keep in mind.
Omps attack knee. That's actually the funny thing is because I haven't been playing for that long. There's a lot of like little shit that I just don't know. Like I didn't know until like I think it was like 4 days ago that if I get up-beat by Falcon, I get my double jump back. I had no idea. So I was just like dying after getting up-beat in situations where I totally
imagine playing this game for a decade like I have, and then those things happen all the time. They still happen like all the time. Like I was playing Duck and Falco Dittos, and he shined and his shine whiffed, and then I shined immediately after and my shine hit, and he's like, oh yeah, because when Falco shines, his hurt box gets a little bigger. And I was like, what?
Wait,
like,
really? I didn't know that.
Like exactly. No, there's an infinite number of these stupid little tiny things that you'll never know until someone just randomly mentions it like it's second nature, and you're like, what?
Man,
what are you talking about? So cool. I didn't know that.
Love this game.
Yeah, no, this game is super sick. So, okay, so this is this spot where you're too insistent on fighting on the ground here rather than using the platform mix-up. So, like, you have this, and he gets center here. This is... He's right in this spot where you can totally just go to here and then get this nice mix-up here. It's okay to do these nairs here, but, like, at this point... like, at this point where you roll into the corner, it's time to give up. Like, it's time to full hop to the platform and full hop up here. He can't pressure you. You switch platforms. Like, it's time to give up. It was fine to fight in center like you did, but then once you lose and you're already here, don't be dashing into him and losing to this laser mix-up, because then he just gets the laser nair or the laser shine there. No. Never, never. Don't do that. Like, once again, the Raptor boosts look stupider the slower you slow the game down to. Always. They never look smart when you're watching at a quarter speed, ever. There's like never been a smart Raptor boost at a quarter speed. So you stomp him. Great. You literally have a free grab. You literally just turn around and grab here for free.
It's actually one of my bad habits is stomp into side B.
It's just funny because you stomp and it's like, oh, as a Falco, I'm like, no, he stomped me. It's over. He's just going to turn around and grab, and then I'll tech back in and he'll stomp me and I'll die at 30. And like, oh, no. And then you side B and I'm like, ah. And I was just like, shield here and then get a free punish. But
this is probably what Bobby and S2J mean by I need to improve my punish. I gotta stop using fucking side B.
Yeah. Stop using side B, and you gotta, and just get better at tech chasing in general. Remember, just tech chase with stomp knee or knee, and it's just bodies Falco. And remember, he can't OMS attack. He can't OMS attack knee. You can only OMS attack knee in like. You can't do the real OMS attack. You can ASDI down and DI down super hard, and if he's on, like, if you knee him from, like, the opposite side of the stage, he'll, like, fly, he won't OMS attack, he'll fly across, and then he'll start falling, and he'll be able to OMS attack on the opposite side. But it's not like a real OMS attack.
Right.
So if you knee him in the corner, or you knee him from center, he actually will never be able to OMS attack. The best he'll be able to get is... he'll just DI down and die. Like, he might be able to get low and kind of grab ledge or something, but it's going to be pretty bad. So, okay, that is an hour. But what are your thoughts?
That was really, really helpful, actually. I feel like I learned a lot. I definitely, if we went into the other games in the set, I start using, like, platform mix-ups a little more. I got a little more comfortable after game 1. But that's definitely like, honestly, reviewing the worst game was probably a good idea because it, like, you know, it's better to be ready game 1 than it is to adapt.
There's sort of this illusion that people have that, like, they played well in some games and they played badly in some games, but honestly, it's usually just the difference between people, like, happening to read things with a knee and then the stock count is better and they feel better about it. The truth is that, like, pretty much every lesson that I do, and I've done, like, quite a few now, is that, like, when I go over a game and I go over it on, like, another stage or something like that, or on another match, the exact same issues always come up. There's never a time when someone is like, well, their game plan is flawed game 1, but game 2 they have a better game plan. Like, that's never going to improve. What'll happen is you'll do an option and you'll just win the mix-up. But the actual problems that are occurring are never ever different because it's right. Always the exact same. Like, here's the game 2, and I guarantee you that it'll be almost exactly the same issues that occur, and that's just literally like how it is. So yeah, so you're ignoring the platform. Okay, that was actually a pretty good back air. So yeah, so it's like you'll hit the side B and they'll be like, "Oh, I was playing better this game," but that doesn't.
Right, but I hit like one other thing. That,
but in reality, it doesn't actually like. If you have problems with your game plan, they will be clear in every single game you play against the character. Every single game they'll come out. So I think we got through probably your main issues in the matchup.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm glad that it felt helpful. I feel like this one went really well, actually. I feel like there were a lot of interesting points that I was able to bring up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I thought the lesson was extremely helpful.
Awesome.
Actually.
I'm glad it was good. So, so just let me know when you have the payment stuff set up, and if you have any...
I checked the bank thing, and it said the rest of the check should deposit between 4 and 8 days, and it's been like, I think, 3 days at this point.
Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow, whenever that comes in, I'll just try and I'll get it to you like literally the day it drops because I don't.
Yeah, no worries. And if we're doing other lessons, like it'll be easy to keep.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I with how helpful this was, I definitely want to. I also I get coaching from like a lot of people because like I'm so interested in like getting to like top 100 level. Like that's like my main goal. Like I mean, obviously I have other stuff going on. I'm in university but like. the main goal is to get to the top 100, like maybe get a sponsor if I'm lucky, and then play Melee for the living. That's the plan.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be sick, and that's what I really want to do. But I get coaching from like S2J as well. I get coaching from Zuppy as well, who actually recommended me to you. He was like, "Yeah, if you want like more in-depth coaching, check out Fiction." And
I did a lesson with Zuppy.
I didn't even know he was doing lessons,
and it went really well like a week ago.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
well,
I appreciate that.
It was nice
Thank you
talking.
so much.
I'm glad it was helpful, and we'll talk
Absolutely.
again soon. So have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day.